right, man, you're going to be totally shocked at this, but I actually watched a movie that many people have probably seen before. It's a very old movie, and I know that it's the one. I know that it's probably a movie that you've seen before. It's called Field of Dreams. Have you seen it?
Nope.
You've never seen Field of Dreams? I can't really be pissed at you because I hadn't seen it up until like last weekend. so I'm like mad surprised, but I also had not seen it.
Yo, two things that I just can't do is baseball and Kevin Costner. So I mean, it was an immediate no as soon as like I saw the trailer. I was like, nope.
When you saw the trailer back in like 1991.
Yeah, I remember the day, bro.
I remember the day when I decided
like it was yesterday.
So, well, whatever. So, Kevin Costner was in a movie called Field of Dreams, and it's that movie where it's like, if you build it, he will come. Which everybody makes the joke. If you jerk it, he will come. Stuff like that. But basically, it takes place. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But basically, Kevin Costner buys a farm, a cornfield, and then he hears this voice that he should build it. He doesn't know what he's supposed to build. Turns out he finds out it's a baseball field. He builds a baseball field, and like these players from the past that are dead basically show up on this field and start playing. And it's a lot of like symbolism. He ends up like getting to meet like his father, who he didn't really get to have a relationship with because his father died when he was younger. And it was just, I don't know, it was a really good movie. But it takes place in Iowa, and it basically popped up in the news recently because Kevin Costner led the Yankees and the White Sox onto the Field of Dreams when this game was actually supposed to happen. It happened on August 12th. So it was just cool because it was a historic matchup in Iowa. So he, did this whole thing where he walked out of the cornfield onto the field, and it was a big callback to the movie, and it was like huge. It was all over the news. So because of that, my wife had been like, "Oh, like, have you ever seen Field of Dreams?" Like, I've never seen it. And I was like, "Oh, I've never seen it either." So we agreed to spend the $4 and watch it, and I actually really like the movie. But I don't know, man. It's interesting because I find it interesting that like you would never even have a desire to even check it out because of Kevin Costner. I guess you're just not a fan. You're just not a fan of Kevin Costner at all.
I'm not a fan of baseball. I'm not a fan of slow-moving dramas, and I'm not a fan of Kevin Costner. So there are three things.
I'm not a fan of baseball because it is. I feel like the entire game is them warming up for something, and I think it's because I'm a basketball fan and like a football fan, so I like things that are fast-paced, fast-moving. Mm-hmm. Even though football kind of has like pauses in it, it's still constantly going. Basketball is just back and forth, back and forth. I'll even find hockey more interesting than golf. Than baseball. But then again, I'll watch a golf game, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, so yeah, man. But interesting. The reason I bring this up is because you're telling me all this, but you also recently went to a Red Sox game. So you went to a Red Sox game. You've never seen Field of Dreams, but you also said you hate baseball. So how is that even possible? Why would you go to a Red Sox game if you hate baseball?
Number one, I was in Boston already because of work. That's number one. So it wasn't out of my way. The wife was going with our neighbors. The tickets were free. Man, what else was working in the game's favor? I don't know. It was my ride home. So I said, all right, I'll go. And I went, and it was, I mean, bro, I don't know. Like, I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't watch baseball at all. It didn't interest me in the slightest. I sat in a seat and I was hot as balls for fucking 2 hours straight. with 2 masks on because there was 37,000 people in the stadium with 0 fucking masks, and everybody was just like, yeah, like, I'd rather die early than wear a mask. Like that was like the fucking atmosphere. Like I don't know, man. It was just bad, man. It was just like my skin was crawling with COVID. Like I just felt like that shit was just all over the fucking stadium. Like I don't know.
I'd rather die early than wear a mask.
And this guy's wearing 2. Get him!
As I cough into my mic,
I was just like, I don't know. It was just, it was on top of being at a baseball field, watching a baseball game. I'm just surrounded by all these people fucking just not giving a shit. So I don't know. I went to see a baseball game, but I don't want you to get it twisted and be like, oh, you said you don't like baseball, yet you went to go and see the Red Sox. So it's like, so I had a fucking horrible time when I went to go and see the Red Sox. So
right. I was just trying to figure out how that all happened. If you,
I mean, baseball, the only thing that kept me in good spirits was that I was with the wife and my neighbors who are awesome people. So I had fun with them. I literally turned for fucking at least 20 to 30 minutes of the game. I was turned around talking to the guy behind me, not even fucking paying attention. And they're all like, yeah, keep your eye out for the ball. I'm like, I can't see the fucking ball. Like, can you see the ball? I can't see the ball. Like, it's like, whatever. I don't know. Like, yeah, you might be able to catch it. I'm like, no, I can't. I just can't.
I might be able to catch it. Yeah, the 1 in a million shot that I catch the fuck.
Yeah, I'll catch it in the face. That's what'll happen. That's my luck. I'll catch it in the face. Nobody will know because I have the mask on, and my teeth will just be all shattered, and blood will be fucking collecting in the mask. That'll be my night, Yeah,
but then you can take the mask off, and all your teeth will be in the mask, and then you can have them reattached. It'd be like you just spit out a bunch of chiclets. So, hey everybody, thanks for listening to Tony and Cooley. We appreciate you listening every week while we ramble about stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you do that now. Hit that subscribe button so you can see all the content we release every single week.
Yeah, and for those of you that are on Facebook, come check us out at the Nerd Ruckus Network. That is a Facebook group. So if you're, wondering, what you got to do is you got to look for Facebook groups and then search for Nerd Ruckus Network. Seek us out, request membership, and we shall approve you if we deem necessary.
Yeah. Oh, and if you guys don't have time to watch our videos on YouTube because you're busy, obviously you can still listen to us on any of your podcast listening platforms. Just look up Tony and Cooley and you will find us there. And that's it. There you go.